Hi everyone, so I have a big haul for you today. The main reason I decided to do this was because I had made a really large purchase at Ulta, and then I realized, I hadn't really talked about a bunch of things that I had bought recently. Now is the time for sales and holiday sets and whatnot, so I feel like there's always just so many things I feel like I just can't pass up around this time of year. So I wanted to go over the things that I have purchased recently. Some of these I've already definitely talked about on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, and I definitely have worn some of these quite a few times. And the Ulta order though is quite new because that 20% off coupon, well, I waited until the last day essentially to place my order. So I only got it here a few days ago. So anyway, I have some things from Paula's Choice, Target, Ulta, Laura Mercier, Beauty.com, Sephora, Morphe, Colourpop. Oh my gosh. This is sounding ridiculous. So I'm going to go with Ulta first because I want to put some sort of lip color on. I have a little bit of something left, but might as well put something a little more interesting on. I hate it when I see myself doing this in a video. I think I've mentioned that before. So I got this giant hot roller set from Remington. I did not realize how big this was. Holy moly. So it has 12 1¼ inch rollers and 8 1-inch rollers. So I did do my hair with this today, but it was completely haphazard. I was a little stressed when I was doing it. Did not exactly put it in any sort of sane way. I was just going to use the larger rollers, but then I had a lot of hair left that wasn't in anything. So I just started adding the smaller ones kind of at random. And then I didn't like the way it came out because, I don't even know if I was paying attention to which way I was rolling it. Because, yeah, what is happening here? I don't know. So, anyway, that was the first time I used it. So it's kind of interesting. They have like a little slot in them, and then there's a metal bar that they sit on, and so the clip and the curler gets heated up at once. They were on sale, so I bought this with the 20% off coupon, but they were also on sale. There were kind of mixed reviews on them. What I liked is that it had the plastic clip as opposed to the metal pins, and that the clips were part of the unit as opposed to having to have the clips separately stored. And in theory, maybe you get a little extra curl from the heating of the clips being on the curlers. I don't know. Anyway, so my idea is, this is the first time I bought any hot rollers. I've been thinking about buying some for a long time now. I find a curling iron is really super tedious, and but I like having my hair curled. It's naturally wavy, but it's since I sleep on it, it's very hit or miss as to how it's going to look in the morning. But since I'm not washing it very often, like every 3 to 4 days, I don't mind doing a little bit more time intensive heat styling maybe on that first day, and then it will just kind of relax into a little bit more of a wave, or if I straightened it, it will continue being straightened as opposed to the like wavy, but then it gets flatter and stays wavy in the back and whatever. I decided I wanted some hot rollers, so I got some. And it's definitely going to be a learning curve, just getting comfortable with using them and on my length of hair, etc. So that is that. That was a really long explanation. Let me see if I have a name. It says Remington H9096, 20 heated clip rollers. And one thing it does say that kind of freaked me out at first, which probably contributed to my weird application, was, be advised that the end rings of the rollers and the clips may be warmer than other rollers due to the unique dual heating technology. So that kind of made me nervous, but they weren't that hot. It wasn't bad. I do have kind of a high heat tolerance, high-ish, higher than other people I've known. I don't know. Okay, so we're sticking with the Ulta. Let's just get the lip product out of the way. So I bought the, I think I have the box here. Oh my goodness. I bought this Melted Kisses and Sweet Cheeks set. After seeing it on Mr. Kong's mom, Melanie's channel, as well as I think TT Sandra mentioned, I saw her holding one of them. So I was like, you know, whatever. I was interested in the set anyway because I was interested in the nude lip color. I was interested in the kind of plummy blush. And the other colors looked interesting. So the deal is that it comes with, you know, 3 little duos, and they're set up like you could split them off for gifts. And I'm sure if you have people that you could give makeup to, which I do not, that would be a really super cute gift. But like I said, I don't. So it's all for me. So there's like a nude one, a pink one, and kind of a purpley plummy situation. I'm wearing the nude blush today. It's been about 13 hours since I put my makeup on, so I'm not sure if the color that you're seeing is the blush or just my cheeks flushing. So the color I'm wearing is Love Hangover, and it's part of nude, but I feel like it's a little bit more peachy. I don't know. And I'm gonna swatch this nude lipstick here because it's a strangely familiar color. And the pink, I feel like the melted lipstick it's in, Melted Peony, is a little bright. So I might want to kind of mix that with the nude perhaps to take it down a notch. I think what I'm going to put on my lips is this Melted Fig, which is bold. I figure I could probably use a little color on my face. That I would say in videos, it's nice to have a little more color. So that's a pretty color. You know, it's quite bold, obviously, but I like it. So I'll just swatch the blushes really quickly. I feel like the blush colors are all quite pretty. Like I said, the Melted Peony is a little bit trickier, I think, for me to wear, just because of my skin tone. And I definitely like this plum blush is so pretty. So pretty. So Your Love is King is the kind of plummy blush. Justify My Love is the pink one. And Love Hangover is the nude / peachy one. So, okay. So this is Your Love is King, the plummy one. Justify My Love, the pink one. Love Hangover, the more peachy pink. Or, yeah, peachy nude. That looks really dark. But I do like that, even though it's quite bold, it's easy to apply with that fuzzy applicator situation. Color Wow. Let's see if it survived that. Oh, it did. Color Wow Root Coverup in medium brown. I'm not a fan of the brush that comes with it. I've been using a more fluffy brush like this. Well, not like this. I've been using this Laura Mercier ponytail brush, which I quite enjoy. It has kind of a shimmery brown, but the base is like a very cool dark brown, I would say. And I did use it today. My issue is, well, I don't have solid gray white hair. I just have some. My hair is also a lot thinner and my the front of my hairline. So when the gray starts or the white starts coming in, it makes it look even thinner because it's just light and kind of blends in with my skin. So I find that this, using the brush it came with, just puts it on really heavily, and since I don't have a ton of hair there, that just ends up being really stark on my scalp. Supposedly it has some sort of formula that sticks to hair and not the skin so much, and that it only releases with shampoo, and that it doesn't come off like on your pillows and whatever. I'm not really using a ton. Honestly, I haven't investigated my pillow to see if it left anything, any sort of residue. But I'm still on the fence on that one. It was $30, so pretty expensive. I gotta make sure I'm really gonna use it consistently. It's just to try to stretch out between colorings a little bit longer, since the problem really is for me at the front. I mean, I have some up here, like you might be able to see. I think I've missed the same spot like 3 or 4 times now because I have some really long gray hairs. Or white. I don't know if they're white or gray. Whew. Okay. Urban Decay Naked Basics. I've been thinking about getting this for a long time, and I finally decided I did want it just so I could keep it at my vanity for crease colors, kind of transition colors, highlight colors, all in one. So far I've really been enjoying the Walk of Shame, using this kind of between my crease and my highlight, you know, transition, whatever, just kind of as a blending color. It's a really interesting, a much more interesting color than I realized. I like having a more yellow toned, lighter shade, and that sort of shimmery Venus situation, also nice. The black I don't wear black shadows very much. It's just so harsh against my skin tone, but I can use that as liner, but it's definitely not my favorite shade. I do personally would want like a gray or something, but I understand why they put it in there. It makes sense. Let's see. Let's do this one since I've already got the other ones swatched. Okay, so this is the Urban Decay Matte Revolution lipstick in Matte Stark Naked. So this is what I had a little bit of a remnants of. And I just had to laugh because I bought this because Thalia said in one of her little roundups of like suggestions or picks or whatever for the holidays that she really, really enjoyed this formula. So I decided let's just get something from this line. And I went with, I think, the lightest color, so I got it. It's definitely a color I like, and it's really quite comical because it's not exactly the same, but it is really darn close to one of my favorite lipsticks, which is the Maybelline Creamy Matte in Nude Embrace. So there's Nude Embrace, there's the Urban Decay Matte Stark Naked, and there is that Too Faced Melted Nude. Very similar color family. Yeah. And this is my favorite lip liner. That is the Rimmel Exaggerate in Innocent. And I have something else to compare that to soon here. This is crazy. So I feel like it actually does wear better than the Maybelline Creamy Matte, because I wore this today for a long time. It transferred less. It did transfer a little, like my first sip of coffee, it transferred, but like subsequent sips, I wasn't losing more and more lipstick. So I was pretty impressed with that. And it was quite comfortable to wear and whatever. So far I'm happy with it. I was thinking at first, you know, it's so similar to the Nude Embrace that I might just have to return it. But I think the wear is a lot better, so we'll see. I'll try it some more and see what I think. Lipstick Queen. This is Hello Sailor. It's the sheer blue stain. So when you first apply it, it looks more blue, and if I remember to show you my hand, that will turn more purple. The only issue I have, I mean, I love the color on my lips. I love that, like, it's deep, but it's also sheer, so you can see your lips through it. Love it. The only issue I have is with my lips in particular. I have these pretty dark freckles around my lip line, which make it look like I have like lip liner on almost. And with this kind of thing, it's the same thing with Medieval from Lipstick Queen. I have the same issue. And anything sheer, really. It will get really dark around where the freckles are, and then because right below those freckles I have very little pigmentation in my lips, so it looks very pale, so it can just look like some really crazy lip liner situation. But I'm willing to find like a lip liner that I could use to deal with that, just so I can wear that because it's so pretty. Tarte BB Tinted Treatment Primer in Fair. I swatched this. I probably should have gotten a sample, but I was really impressed with the color of it, so I went ahead and decided to buy it during the sale. The other reason I made such a big purchase was that my platinum status, I was still pretty far away from it. See it right there. And I didn't want to lose my points. I want to bank those stinking points until I can get the $125. Because if you have 2,000 points, you can get 125. If you have 1,000 points, you only get 50. So I always want to just max out those points so I can get the most dollars per points, because they always reward you for saving more. So yeah, I have worn this once. I like the color. It's quite sheer. I was looking for something that I could apply with my fingers that I didn't have to use a sponge with, and I can do that based on my first try. But it got very shiny. I need to try with some like actual good primers underneath to see if I can get it to wear a little bit better. So I'm not sure if I'll keep that yet. Becca Moonstone Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed. I just went ahead and bought the full size of this. I had a little mini in that set of the Radiant Glow set, which I returned because it just didn't make sense to keep it for that, essentially. So I'm really happy that I did go ahead and buy the full size. I have that on my cheeks today. Last thing from Ulta, which I was hoping to put on my nails, and I even this for me is super unusual. I actually filed my nails into a shape and I put some nail envy on them. They're looking so nice right now. And I was going to put this on, but I just didn't have the time because I tried to do this video earlier today when I would have put this on while Colin was sleeping, and it was a complete failure. Anyway, this is Essence the Gel Nail Polish, and it is in Rock My World. I just wanted a affordable gray polish because I had seen probably Tati from Glam Like Guru wearing a kind of gray color. It made me want gray nails, but I didn't have any, so there you go. It was really cheap, like $1.99 or something, and then on sale with a coupon. I feel like Essence doesn't go on sale very often, which kind of makes sense since it's so affordable to begin with. So I don't feel so bad that I like wasted whatever. I could always maximize my value better with 350 off 10 when it comes to drugstore, but occasionally I just go ahead and buy the drugstore when I have a 20% off. Ooh, talk about all kinds of weird justifications there. Okay, so a few things that I picked up from Target since I have all these swatches. You see how this has turned a little bit more purpley? It's so pretty. So let's do that first. So I got a lip pencil from Sonia Kashuk in Nude, and I'm going to swatch that right next to all these other swatches. And you may laugh because, seriously, there's the Sonia Kashuk in Nude. So this is a little bit easier of a to wear formula than that Rimmel Exaggerate. This is very sticky. It lasts quite well because it's sticky, but it's not the most comfortable thing to wear, especially if you like to just fill your lips in. which I do like to do with those colors because it's, I mean, that's why I have the lipsticks those colors. Another thing I got was the, what are they called? Velvety Matte Lip Crayon from Sonia Kashuk and Pinky Nude. I bought these things when there was a 10% off all makeup. There we go. I feel like on me this looks kind of bright on my lips. It's definitely more pinky corally almost. I don't know. Really depends on the lighting. La Roche-Posay Thermal Spring Water. I bought this instead of Fix Plus because I finished my Fix Plus. I feel like those type of things, if I use them over foundation, that it does affect the wear time. So I primarily use them like if I need to just quickly get a sponge damp, or if I want to use an eyeshadow wet, that kind of thing. And then it does feel nice to spritz your face. Last thing I got from Target was this NYX round lipstick in Thalia. I'll never agree on how I'm supposed to say this. And I bought this because of Mr. Kong's mom. It has a really nice formula. I was really impressed with it. So it does look kind of deep-ish on me, but I really do enjoy that color. And so that's it from Target, I believe. So Paula's Choice was having a 25% off around Halloween, and I really was trying to not buy anything from Paula's Choice because I'm buying all this makeup. But I was getting low on a lot of stuff, so I decided to go ahead and just do it now because it was probably going to be a while before there was that good of a sale again. So this is the Resist Optimal Results Hydrating Cleanser. I'm going to start using this tonight after I finish my Trader Joe's, what's it called? Like Nourishing Cleanser, something like that. It's their foaming face wash, which is quite drying to my face. You know, I feel like as soon as I get out of the shower, I really have to slap something on. So, yeah. And you can use this for removing makeup, like eye makeup, which I appreciate. So I'm looking forward to trying this. The other cleanser I use is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, which is not so great at removing makeup. I use that in the morning. Skin Recovery Enriched Calming Toner. Milky liquid. Oh my. So the one I'm using right now is the Skin Balancing Pore Reducing Toner. This one I'm getting low. I figure we'll be more into winter once I start this one. And to replace my, once I finish this, the Paula's Choice Resist Cellular Defense SPF 25, I'm going to be switching to the Skin Recovery Daily Moisturizing Lotion SPF 30. And these are both mineral sunscreens, in case you are curious. This one just leaves such a like super duper luminous, glowy, radiant, shiny finish that I have to like, yeah, it's too much. Even with a kind of a more matte foundation, it's just too much. I have already done a video about it, but I did buy the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow palette. I was concerned it was not going to be available during the VIB. I do like it a lot. I'm glad I bought it. And hopefully it will be available during the VIB sale, in case you also want it. I made a purchase from Macy's. They had this like one-day pop-up sale type thing for beauty, and they had this, which was so sought after when it was first released, and then it went away, and then it came back, and it was a little less, people were just less excited about it, I guess. So I got this for $25. It's normally, I don't know, closer to 40 would be my guess. It's the Baked Blush Bronzer in Ritual. So mine does not have a ton of the blush in it, but I have worn this on my cheeks as a blush, and I liked it. I like the color of it. I like that it has a sheen. I felt like a good amount of the sheen came off, even though I was using a very, very light hand. So I was really pleased with that. Well, I'm not sure if this is still available, but if it is, I just wanted to mention this. I did get the Forever Freshman Color Pop. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think so. Set of shadows, and these are the, this is the first time I bought any Color Pop period. So definitely these shadows. And I was so impressed with these that I was kind of shocked. Super shock shadows. Really, really impressed. The color selection I think is very neat. And like these sparkly colors like this, the sparkle actually stays on your lids. It transfers and it stays. It's crazy. Has a really interesting kind of matte orangey red. This really nice cool brown. This blue stayed on my lower lash line like nothing has ever stayed on my lower lash line ever. It was so impressive. So if they still have that and you can maybe get a discount on it, definitely recommend it. The other thing I got from them was 2 of the Ultra Matte lips, and I've also really enjoyed this formula. I've worn Trap the most, which is a little bit easier for me to wear, and it's that kind of cool toned purpley shade, purpley mauve, which I enjoy quite a bit. It's like the e.l.f. matte lip color in Tea Rose, but a little bit darker. And I also got Tulle. I bought these colors specifically because I was interested in them, and I totally went off the recommendation of Thalia. She had, because some of the lighter shades that I was really interested in did not fare so well when she reviewed them. So there's Tulle and there's Trap. Really super pretty. So that's everything I got from ColourPop, and those do dry down to that fully super duper matte. And I found that they actually wear pretty comfortably. How did I get this all over my hands? Oh, what a mystery. I would say Trap, because it's lighter, wears away more naturally, but it's not the type that like peel and crack and ball up. It just wears off, and really nice, really comfortable. More comfortable than, definitely more comfortable than these show off Rimmel doohickeys. And what else was I thinking about? I don't know. I have a few of these liquid to fully matte lips, and so far this has been the most comfortable formula that I've tried, and also the cheapest. So that's pretty awesome. And let's see, Laura Mercier. I'm almost done, I promise. So the other thing I have in my hair, this is from the Ulta purchase, which I just forgot because it was hiding behind something else. Matrix Oil Wonders Amazonian Murumuru Controlling Oil. This is the blue one that I talked about in my empties video that I had planned on purchasing. I like the scent of it. I feel like all of these oils from Matrix work the same because I had samples, all of them. I think there's 2. They both seem to work the same. They just have a lot of silicones in them. I happen to like the scent of this one better. I feel like it really smoothed my hair a little bit better, which it's not a ringing endorsement right now because my hair is quite frizzy looking, but whatever. I do like it, so I went ahead and purchased it. So from Laura Mercier, I went ahead and splurged on the Amber Vanilla Souffle Body Cream. So this is this giant jar. It is 12 ounces for some ridiculous $50, $60. But I really treat this like a fragrance because it is really strong. I really like the fragrance, and it lasts a long time. And it will like transfer, if I put it on at night, you know, it will transfer to the sheets, and then the sheets will smell really nice and whatever. I also got the Secret Camouflage in SC1. So I've been using the more peachy tone more as a corrector under my eyes, and then adding a little bit of the very light yellow. I have tried this light yellow alone, just kind of instead of doing foundation for something quick. and it works okay. It doesn't last super great for me on my skin. And I also felt like I was getting a few more like small, not like a breakout, but just more little bumps on my, around here. I always have lots of little bumps on my chin that just never go away. And I felt like it was kind of causing more of them. So I just decided to stop. But I'll try that again and see what I think. And it came, so you always get 2 deluxe samples, I believe, when you order from lauramercier.com. And they usually also have a pretty good amount on Ebates, so I definitely recommend ordering through them. This was during their 20% off $75 purchase, friends and family. They didn't really have anything in the deluxe samples that I was super interested in, so I ended up getting things that I have to be a little creative to use. So one was a pretty generous sample of this Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid in Praline. Obviously, I can't wear that like for a day to test the formula, but I am going to try it out because I'm curious. And the other thing that I'm sure I can find some sort of use for is the Smooth Finish Foundation Powder number 4. So this is obviously too dark for me to use as a foundation powder, but I was thinking this could be like an all over lid color that I could just keep in my vanity to kind of ease blending and whatnot of eyeshadows, etc. Whatever. But really generous deluxe samples. So I think the only thing I have left besides beauty.com, these Morphe brushes. So this is the M500 and the M501. So they're really similar shapes, obviously, or the same shape really, just a really big one and a smaller one. I had seen the 501 on Nikki tutorials. She used it for Becca Moonstone a lot for highlight. I feel like this is a little too floppy. I want something that's going to really blend a little bit more with the Becca highlight. I feel like it can kind of enhance texture on my skin if I don't really buff it in well. So I'm going to be looking for other uses for this, either just using it with different types of highlighters that aren't so like full on, or maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna find some other uses for it. But the one I've really been enjoying so far is the M500, which MAC has something, a fairly new brush that I believe is goat hair. It's white. And I should say that these both are very soft, which I was quite impressed with. Yeah, so I was thinking about buying that MAC brush, but I decided, well, when I found out that Morphe had a brush that was the same shape for much, much cheaper, because the MAC version of this one is like $42 or something, I would wanted to try this one out. So the idea for me is that it's very big and floppy, and since I have issues getting blush on my face without it being too crazy, and it's really small, that I could really be, that I could make it easier for myself to apply blush so I didn't have to worry so much. So far I've really liked it for blush. And I even have used this for highlight because I feel like it can blend out the highlight a little better. Yeah, just so far I'm really quite pleased with it. All right, so we're almost finished. I believe because all the YouTubers are talking about Morphe brushes right now, there is always a code for 10% off somewhere lurking. So I made a purchase from beauty.com, and this was before the 20% off sale, but I used the $15 off $75 purchase, which they always have, which is essentially the same thing. It just excludes a fair number of brands. So there were all sorts of hijinks with this order. It didn't ship. It never shipped. And I had to wait 10 business days to tell them that I didn't receive it before they would reship it. So I ended up buying that Paula's Choice Skin Recovery Lotion from Paula's Choice and from beauty.com. But the expiration date on these is 2017, so I should be fine. Hopefully. So now I have 2 of these. Oh, from Paula's Choice, I also ordered the Hydralight SPF 30, I think, for my T-zone. Yeah. The reason I wanted to place a Beauty.com order was because I wanted something from Drugstore.com, the Olay Light Moisture Quench Lotion. I like the scent of this. I like how it absorbs. I like using it on my hands after I wash my hands a million times a day with all the diaper changes and me going to the bathroom all the time. I need a lotion that absorbs quickly, that the scent, either I enjoy it or it is not noticeable. I like the scent of this. I feel like this lotion is being discontinued. It's still on Olay's site, but you can't really get it many places. So I ordered 2. The replacement order that they sent me only had 1. Just asked for a refund. So I'm kind of a little bit annoyed about that. Whatever. And that, yeah, so it was on drugstore.com. I already mentioned this. Whew. I got a kit. I don't have it. I'm not going to get it. It came with 2 beauty blenders and the liquid cleanser, like a pretty big bottle of the liquid cleanser for $40. So I did get the discount on it. And the liquid cleanser I don't find that great for makeup sponges, but I really liked how soft it left my makeup brushes, and it cleaned the makeup brushes really well. I only used a really small amount of it. I have a deluxe sample that I got from Sephora of the liquid cleanser that really sold me on it, so that's why I went for this set of 2 beauty blenders and the liquid cleanser. Whew. And then because I needed to round out my $75, I got this. The Soap & Glory Arista Bubble Sugar Crush Smashed Brown Sugar and Sweet Lime fragrance of the body wash and body cream. So little mini guys of these. I've had samples of the cream, the body butter cream, and I really liked how it moisturized. I remember being a little bit, I liked it, but I wasn't 100% sure about the scent when I tried this. My first thought was 7-Up. That's all I could smell. So I'm going to try it again when I'm not pregnant, because I feel like maybe that's kind of distorting my view of what it smells like. Yeah, I don't really want to smell like 7-Up. So, but it was really quite affordable. And like I said, I recall it moisturizing really nicely during the winter on my legs. I have a distinct memory of talking to my husband about it when we were driving to Target during the winter sometime last year. So I think that's everything. I hope that's everything, because I really need to stop talking because it's late at night. And I want my Dairy Queen, because it's, you know, our special treat day. So Dairy Queen, and we get takeout or we go out to eat. That's what we do on Saturdays. We're very regular. I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. It's a lot of stuff, I know. Just keep in mind that basically I got all of this on sale. And then I did get cash back, which, you know, might come close to covering tax. It's better than nothing. And what I tell myself is that after the new baby arrives, that I'm not going to be doing a lot of makeup shopping. And now is the time to get really good deals on things. So if I'm going to be buying stuff, it's good to do it now. And I'm also trying to sell some things to help with cost. So many justifications. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. I would always love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing and commenting and rating. All that stuff is so awesome. And I'll see you soon.